You see my screen?
Yeah, nice and clear.
No. All right, let's get into this. Um, Dixie, let's start here. So, what is this? Let's go on the daily time frame so we get a even bigger overview. We are at a special scenario, and what is that? We've been on this downtrend here on the daily time frame, moving downwards ever since basically the ending of last year, 2022, where we finished off this crazy bull rally on Dixie from all the money printing there was. And as soon as the money printing stopped and the interest rates got up, then the dollar started to drop. Now, going back to the 4 hourly time frame, we have this. This is what I wanted to say. So first and foremost, this is the wave on the daily time frame, and this is the structure that the market is maybe on its way to break now. And if it breaks this high over here, it's a big chance that we have broken this downtrend and are going up. The last confirmation is this high here. We have a way to go there, and if it goes all the way to test, even just to test this high here, it means we're gonna see a lot of commodities, Euro USD indexes drop, because as we know, they most often drop when the dollar is pumping, right? And the first confirmation of that the market wants to push up higher is, of course, this change of character that we got here on the 4 hourly time frame. We got this low, we got this high created by this low, then some internal ranging, and now it looks like market wants to break through that, which would mean that this here was the last low. So the blue line you guys see here is an order block, liquidity, in other words. And basically, what I've been waiting for is market to hit this zone, do a little retrace, maybe come back, test the 78.6 here to move on further. But either way, it's upwards we going, which means we're looking for sells on gold, we're looking for sells on Euro USD, and so forth. So let's look at gold because of that. Gold is right now. Let me clean up here a little bit so I guys see this better. Um, this is on a 4 hourly, and what has happened? Yeah, same thing. We've been on a downtrend all the time, and now what's happening is we tapped into. Y'all see this here? This is very strong. This green zone is a very strong demand zone that is left behind. Let's look at it on the daily time frame here. It's a very strong order block, in other words. And in the same time, confluent with this order block, we got super strong support. This whole area here, everything that you see here is super strong support. And it's very difficult for the market to break through, as we see. So right now, what is it doing? It's bouncing off from it, and it is actually. Let's see here. Yeah, we just broke structure in the 15 minutes. And where do we get structure on the 4 hour? We get structure this one. Put it down here actually. All right. So what we want to see is if market breaks this structure here. So if it breaks this high here, which would mean change of character, which would mean now we get a bullish character on this whole market structure here. Before that, we got to pass this order block here, this 50-minute order block, which I see as a potential bounce off zone, as I call them. So basically a zone where market can come to and bounce downwards, continue its downtrend. We'll see. As I said, very strong order block down here. Market has tapped in a couple of times, as you already see. So it looks like market is setting up for a pump. So we will see. We will see what happens. According to Dixie, this should drop sooner or later. And according to technicals on gold, it should also drop sooner or later. And if it drops, the levels we are looking for is down here. So the first level I see it coming down to is 1868. 1868. And then further down, maybe down all the way to 1850. But first we need confirmations of that, and the confirmation we're looking for is these levels here to break, these lows here to break. When it breaks, it doesn't mean that we're jumping in. We're waiting for the retrace first. Why? Because market might break it with a liquidity sweep like this and then move up. Because there's a lot of liquidity down here. So we want to first see market, if it breaks it, we want to see market retrace back up to a demand zone, sorry, to order block. And then when it starts to form, show confirmations of moving downwards, that's when we're jumping in. So we have patience with this one. It's Monday. We always chill on Monday with the trades. We don't call out anything if we don't see anything super clear. And that's basically it. Why? Because Monday is slow liquidity-wise. That is why. And that's that. I'm gonna take a quick look at NASDAQ because I was into this last week, took some quick scalps on it. Basically what I'm looking for here is market to retrace up to this level here. Test this high. And if it does so, we just are at around, yeah, let's say 15,150 about. Say 15,155. Comes up here, we're definitely looking for a sell. It would come through perfectly with the downtrend that we've been on for a little while now, as you see here. And on the 4 hourly time frame, yeah, so you see break of structure, break of structure, break of structures. We're going down all the time. It's a solid downtrend. Let's see if this trend wants to reverse or not, but we're always trading with the trend. So now we're looking for the pullback to this order block here, and then continuation of the trend. That's what we're looking for now. That's NASDAQ, that's gold, that's Dixie. My man Frederick, what you got for us?
We talked about it a little bit yesterday about which one was it? Euro GBP trade. We're sitting and waiting for patiently. So, oh, you don't see my screen. Wait.
Nope.
Now you guys see my screen. Alright, so we talked about this yesterday. Let's go on the daily time frame on the Euro GBP. So we were marking it up, we have a high, now we have a low, we have a high, we have a low, we have a high, we have a low, we have a high. We wanted to form a new low before it continue up to the upside. If you look at this area right here, this is an order block on the lower time frame. If I go on the 4 hourly time frame, it shows me that it's an order block. It broke structure right here, or changed character to the downside right here. So that means for us it is a valid order block. If I pull my Fibonacci from this high and ended at this low, we can see that it perfectly respect the Fibonacci levels and are on the way to fulfill the higher levels, because there's a lot of liquidity laying right over here. And so that's what we're seeing now. So what we need to do, we need to wait patiently for the market to come down to test this order block. And you can see here there's an imbalance on 78.6 on the Fibonacci retracement levels, and we also have an order block on the 88.6 in the Fibonacci retracement tool. And what that means for us is it's a strong area of liquidity, like it's lots of liquidity laying and resting there. So now we're just waiting patiently for the market to come down here. We already have put on alarms on it, so you will get notified when this is coming. I also have Euro USD. I'm not gonna look into that right now because it's not in a place where I'm looking at for to trade it. And what I'm waiting for now on GBP USD is market to come back up and test this area before it's going to drop even further. I don't know if it's gonna happen, if it's not gonna retrace up there, but since it's Monday, I think the market is going to move like this. It's gonna play around a little bit in this area and then it's gonna drop. And then we're gonna enter the trade. We also have put up our alarms in there. So you can also see on the higher time frame on the 4 hourly that we have a high, we have a low, we have a high, we have a low, we have a high, but we haven't formed a new low yet. So we are trying to catch this sell right here. The reason why it is, we have an imbalance laying right here. We have a break of structure right here. That means market definitely gonna retrace to this area for us. It also has a lot of liquidity to the downside it's need to fulfill. Let's go on the daily time frame. In this area right here. So this is the last low and this is the last high, like the main ones we're looking at. So I pull my Fibonacci from here, hit this low to this high, and then we can see it respected this area, and then it's starting to drop now. And you can also see in the 61.8 area, it's a nice order block laying in waiting. So we can do this. And it also a lot of liquidity in this area right here. And you can see it on the wick. So we can take the whole thing right here. We can see it's an area of liquidity. And that for us is good. So what we are waiting for now is market to come back up and then continue to drop. And I think that's the only two trades I actually been looking into right now. For that reason, you see market almost came up to our area on Friday, but it chose not to pull all the liquidity, so we didn't get into that one, because if it don't enter our fair value gap, it don't enter the trade. That's how it is.
Yeah, man, but it looks good, yo.
eurgbp, JPY, and that one we just took, eurusd, and GJ and the other pairs I'm not looking into right now. I don't like where it is. It's like it's consolidating on the higher time frames.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look into USD JPY. I forgot that one actually.
USD JPY. Oh yeah, I have already marked it up, and we are waiting for a buy on this one. Or you can probably sell it if it breaks. It's gonna be a lot of pips though. If it breaks, let's see. This was the last low. Oh, this was the last low. If it breaks this area here, then it should be good. If it does something crazy, let's say on the hourly time frame, and choose to break, oh shit, break this area right here, then we can start to look for sells. So we wanted it to break, come down here and retrace, and then we can start to look for sells. But you have to remember it's still in the uptrend, so this is kind of a, until we get the confirmation that it's actually is in a downtrend, then we're still looking for buys on it. So
it's basically us catching a trade on the way to the trade that we actually want to catch.
Yeah, correct. So the reason why we're sitting and waiting patiently for buys here is, first and foremost, is broke structure right here. Here is the order block that lines perfectly up on the 78.6 and the 88.6 levels. It also has a lot of liquidity in this area right here, as you guys see. So what we can do with this one, we have to see how it's behave, if we're gonna enter from here or if we're gonna enter from here. But I think since we have a low, we have a high, we have a low, we have a high, we have a low, we have a high, the new low is gonna be somewhere in this area. I think, to be honest, maybe more in this area. That's what it looks like. For now, the stop loss is pretty big because we haven't got into the trade yet, because we want to see how it reacts here in the smaller time frame. But for me, I'm gonna see entry either here or here, because we have two optional lows that can be formed, either this one or this one. So yeah, and also I have pulled my Fibonacci from here to here, and then you can see the zones lines perfectly up. So I think that's what I got for you guys today, to be honest. I also looked at XRP.
Fair and more than enough. I think that's fair and more than enough. It's the whole menu.
Yeah, correct. And you also have a couple other confirmations, like for those of you guys who trade pattern wise, we have like this little double bottom here, and that basically means we're still waiting for the retracement. So if you mark it up like this, it makes perfectly sense. High, low, high, low, high. And what is in this area on the bigger time frame? It is liquidity that is laying right. Let me see. Liquidity laying right here. So this, we want to get a little bounce down, and then we also have an order block laying right here. And that for us is a nice thing to look at, so we can see which way the market want to go. So yeah.
All right, man.
We're gonna look at XRP or what? Where you want to take it?
Do a quick one on XRP then.
All right. So XRP is also a, how should I say, interesting subject now these days. What I like now, I think it's gonna break out soon. I think it's just gonna get the liquidity that is in this area right here, and then it's gonna start this drip to the upside. Because you can see here it broke through, made a low and a high, and then we want a new low, and that means the new high is the next. So I think now XRP is going to start a little bit drip to the upside to get all this liquidity, then we can see a little retracement, and then it's going to continue to the upside. And that for me is very nice to see. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys today. And with that said, what do we say?
We say peace out. Thank you guys for watching. And if you're in the Discord channel yet, then make sure to join it. It's for free academy, free education, free signals, free everything. Link is in the description box below if you're watching this on YouTube. And yeah, with that said, have a blessed day, trade safe, and we'll see you guys on the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Peace out.